Hi, guys, and welcome to our WWE Day 1 prediction video. Yes, I am back with Callum for our predictions for the final pay-per-view. Oh, sorry, for the first pay-per-view of 2022. Yes, Day 1, which is taking place on New Year's Day. Yes, so it's our final prediction video of the year, but we're also predicting the first pay-per-view of 2022 in Day 1. So yes, I've got to admit, even though the card for this show, which is kicking off the new year, it does look good. We've got some good matches. Even though I think me and Callum, we haven't really been watching a lot of WWE recently. I've kind of just been switched off a little bit. I mean, I've been watching a few highlights every now and then, but I think we're in that filler period before the Royal Rumble at the end of January. But yeah, it's kind of like that at the minute. But what about you, Callum?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking just a bit before we started recording, and it was, talking about whether we're up to date with Smackdown and Raw and all those kind of things, and not really. I mean, I've got the matches in front of me, and I can see Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss, and I didn't even know that was a match. So, um, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that obviously the Royal Rumble's a huge event, and this is obviously something that's just sort of in the middle. There was no TLC, and we haven't had a little pay-per-view for a while since Survivor Series, I don't think. So, I guess, I'm happy there is one, and I'm happy I can watch it because it's still the holidays. But, am I that, invested in it? Not particularly.
Oh, it's a good-looking card, I will say. I think I'm definitely more excited for this than I was for Survivor Series because Survivor Series had no hype whatsoever.
Yeah.
At least with Day 1, I'm like, damn, there's some about 3-4 good-looking matches. So yeah, let's get to it then. So yes, for Day 1. So the first match, like Callum mentioned just then, we might as well start off with it. Yes, why is this on a pay-per-view? For God's sake. So yes, we've got my boy, yes, Drew McIntyre. I'm wearing a t-shirt Callum got me for Christmas. Thank you, Callum. Yeah. Yes, Drew McIntyre going up against Madcap Moss. So yes, this is a feud, apparently. So yeah, Drew's been going up against Corbin and Madcap Moss for quite a while because at a house show in Liverpool, it was a match with Jeff Hardy teaming with Drew McIntyre. He's gone now. But anyway, yeah. And last on this week's SmackDown, Drew poured eggnog over Corbin and Madcap Moss. And then Drew just hit a Claymore on Madcap Moss 1, 2, 3. So he's already beaten them. So why are we getting another match on a pay-per-view? And it's what a waste of Drew. Drew McIntyre. Who you got, Callum?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see how any other outcome other than the Drew McIntyre win could. Obviously, still waiting to kind of start on SmackDown after the draft or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. Drew, I don't really care for Madcap Moss or anything. So, I feel like it would kind of kill Drew to lose to him. So yeah, Drew McIntyre to win.
Yeah, I think this is very much just something to keep Drew busy because I do believe he is going to be the one to take that belt off Roman in a few months' time. We'll talk about that in a few months' time. So we will see it WrestleMania. So so this is just something to keep Drew busy until he goes up against Roman. Okay, so yeah, both with Drew, very straightforward. I am worried maybe Corbin causes a distraction and maybe there's a Madcap Moss wins. No. We're not going there. We're not going. Okay, moving on. Yes, we have a tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So yes, we have the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, the champions, that go defending their belts up against the New Day, Kofi Kingston and King Woods. Yes, the New Day and the Usos. This is a rivalry which has been going on for 5-6 years now, maybe longer. And here we are again. I mean, yeah, Callum, who have you got and why? I'm excited because it's the Usos and the New Day, one of the great maybe tag team rivalries of the last few years. But at this point, I'm just like, can we just get some new teams in this division, please? But anyway, go ahead, Callum. Who have you got and why?
I think I'm going to go for the New Day. I mean, at this point, I've already won the predictions for this year. Well, I mean, oh, she said this is the start of 2022.
Yeah,
so I want to make a good start. Well, anyway, I've won for 2 years in a row. So if I lose this year, I'm not going to care too much. So yeah, why not? I mean, King Woods was having, obviously, with the King of the Ring, and he was obviously in books quite well. You know, yeah, I mean, obviously the Bloodline are still kind of strong-ish, but, you know, they've lost Paul Heyman, but we'll get onto that in a second. Yeah, I don't know. Why not? Just let's go for the New Day. The Usos have held it for a little while. Obviously, King Woods is quite hot at the moment with all the King of the Ring stuff, and it's been a little bit of a sidetrack for since then. But yeah, sure, the New Day.
Okay, you're going with the New Day. I'm going with the Usos. I don't think the New Day are winning the belts. I just think they're going to keep the belts. I think the Bloodline are all going to have their belts till WrestleMania, and then that's when the Bloodline falls apart. Maybe at WrestleMania. So Roman loses the belt, the Usos lose their belts. But we'll see. But yeah, right now I think the Usos are going to retain because on SmackDown, I'm pretty sure the New Day beat the Usos in a tag team match. So, you know, with 50-50 booking and all that, I just think the Usos are going to get their win back on the pay-per-view. So, yeah, it should be a good match. But I'm going to say Usos retain. Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, moving on. Yes, we have a singles match. Yes, we have Edge. Yes, Edge is back, of course. We haven't seen Edge since Crown Jewel, but this is his first pay-per-view match back because he wasn't at Survivor Series. So Edge versus The Miz. Yeah. So this is a match which got announced, a few weeks ago. They both got like scathing promos on each other, and it's obvious WWE are trying to copy MJF and CM Punk from AEW. It's so obvious. And they saw how good that promo battle was in AEW. So okay, we can do that with Edge as CM Punk and MJF's Miz. Yeah, let's do that. So, but it's nowhere near as good. The promos have been good, but yeah, it's just Miz and Edge. It's just what a random match. And of course, it's good to see Miz back. We haven't seen Miz since he was eaten by zombies at WrestleMania Backlash. I think because he went to go and do a few TV shows, but he's back.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. I'm actually calling this one because people say Edge is the obvious choice, but it's Miz's first match back in ages, and maybe Miz picks up a really dirty, cheeky win with Maurice's help. Oh, go on, Callum. Who have you got? I need to have a good little think because this is trickier than I think. This is trickier than it looks. I think. What have you got, Callum?
Yeah,
Edge or Miz?
I don't want to come last in the predictions for next year by going to random picks, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Edge technically won the feud with Seth, and doesn't, look pretty strong. I think the whole reason they brought Maurice back is because they need someone to help the Miz win, potentially. Because that's whenever she comes back, that's what she does. I mean, she helped, the Miz beat Daniel Bryan in their feud a few years ago. That was the last time she was around. So, do you know
what? They brought Maurice back because John Morrison's gone.
Well, possibly, yeah.
John Morrison's. Oh, so anyway,
do you know what? Let's go with. Oh,
it's quite tricky, isn't it?
Let's go with the. Oh no, Edge. I was going to say the Miz, but I'm going to go Edge.
On the stage. Okay, you're going with Edge.
Oh, that was really tough.
This is really hard. I'm going to say Miz. Why not? I'm going to go with a big gamble. I think Miz. I think there's going to be a rematch at the Royal Rumble. And then maybe they be in the Royal Rumble match too. So I just think because Miz has been gone for so long, I think that he just comes back and loses to Edge like that. I think maybe he needs a little win to start him off and back in WWE. So it's a cheeky win though. Maurice comes out and low blows Edge or something. I don't know when Edge probably has the match won. But yeah, I'm going to say Miz. But I do have a feeling Edge might just a few spears on this day. Done. Okay. On this day.
A few spears on this day. Done.
Understood. Okay, understood. Oh, yeah. I think, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Miz. Going to start off 2020-2022 with a camp. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have a match which I'm pretty stoked for. Yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Yes, we have the man Becky Lynch, although she's not the man anymore. She's like gone past that. But anyway, Becky Lynch, champion, defending her belt, going up against Liv Morgan. So yes, this has been brewing for quite a while now. You know, Liv Morgan already had a match against Becky, which she lost because I think Becky cheated. And I was like, oh, this big heartbreak. But we all know Liv Morgan's gonna win the belt eventually. But is it going to be at day one? I don't think so. No, this is. I think they're building up this big storyline. Like when Liv Morgan wins, it's going to be a big, long moment coming for her. This big underdog. But I don't think it's going to be at day one. I think Becky's going to win again, cheating again, and it's going to be a heartbreak for Liv Morgan. And then she probably wins the Royal Rumble and challenges Becky Lynch again at WrestleMania, and that's when Liv Morgan beats Becky at WrestleMania. Go on, Callum. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Becky Lynch is just this, didn't she? Yeah, she beat her with like using the ropes and stuff like that, and she's also attacked Liv Morgan in the last few weeks as well, and like injured her arm and stuff with steel steps and stairs and all those kind of things. Yeah. But yeah, I just can't see at a pay-per-view like day one Becky Lynch being beat. I mean, we've never had a day one pay-per-view before, so we don't know how big it's actually gonna be, kind of thing. We don't know if it's gonna be like a Great Balls of Fire or or like.
Well, it's the show. It's the show kicking off the new year. I think they want to have a big bang, don't they? So
yeah, I suppose they do. They will do. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, probably like you. I feel like she'll either win the Rumble or get into the other title match somehow for WrestleMania, and she'll probably win it there because it's like a like a Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan kind of moment. People are behind her. It's just sort of do it on a bigger stage than what. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what kind of a bigger stage day one is when it happens. But yeah, I feel like Lynch will retain, and then Liv Morgan will win it down the line.
Yeah, I've just checked. It said day one's taking place at State Farm Arena in Georgia. I think it holds about 15,000, 20,000 people. So it's about average size. So average, but it's still a big show, definitely. Well, pay-per-view show, definitely. Okie dokie. All right. So we're both going with Becky Lynch because we think, but Liv Morgan's time will definitely come.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They're building up like her constantly chasing the belt. Okay. Then on to the final two matches, which I think I'm looking forward to actually. So yes, we'll start off with a fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship. Yes, this is looking really good. So we've got Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby. And Bobby. And Bobby Lashley. Yes. So you know what? I think this is probably the hardest match to call because I think all four men have got a chance. I think Big E, the chance he retains, Seth Rollins, Lashley, and KO. I think there's a good chance those three could win. Of course, with Kevin Owens re-signing, so he's not leaving. Bobby Lashley winning that gauntlet match. And Seth Rollins, he didn't win a championship last year. So maybe he starts off this year winning the belt, winning a big belt. But Big E retains. It's really difficult. And Callum, who've you got? So who's walking out with the belt?
Oh, you're going to me first for all of them today. You're giving yourself some more chance to think. I don't know. I don't know if Big E's going to walk out with the belt. I mean, he's had it for a decent, amount of time, I suppose.
He's only had one defense.
It's had one defense. Who was it? Bobby Lashley against?
No, it was Drew. It was Drew.
Crown Jewel. Right, yeah, it was Crown Jewel, and he did defend it against Bobby Lashley on Raw, I think. But yeah, it'd be a bit of a lackluster title reign if it were to end now. But also, I don't know. There's something about. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be Bobby Lashley because he was the one who held it before. I think he's got the least chance of walking out with the belt. Although saying that, they might want to, he obviously could because he's a monster and he carries on doing all that. I feel like Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, obviously together, they'll obviously probably fall out at day one or whatever, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just go for the tag team titles or something after, because it seems to be, they're kind of pallying up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I really want to say Kevin Owens for some reason, but I'll go on. Whatever. Kevin Owens.
What? Kevin Owens? Oh
Kevin
my!
Owens.
That's in my opinion, I think he's probably the least likely to win it. I know he's re-signed, but I can't see him. Well, I think he's okay then. Kevin Owens. Fair enough, Callum.
Listen, it's a new me this year. My predictions are going to be out there. Kevin Owens.
Yeah, well, like I said, Callum's won the previous 2 years of predictions because we play prediction chart games with a lot of other wrestling buddies from our WWE chats. There's like 6, 7 of us, and Callum won last year. The year before, it was Callum and someone else is at the top 2. So yeah, hopefully me or someone else can win this year. So anyway, but
well, if I keep going out there and picking Kevin Owens to win things, then maybe you will be there.
I think we'll see. There was a chance he could win. He's re-signed with WWE. Maybe they reward him with the belt. So yeah, this is tricky. This is tricky because I agree. Big E deserves longer with the belt. He's only had one pay-per-view defense against Drew. We had the match of Roman at Survivor Series, which was good. Well, he lost, but it was good match. So I think Big E deserves longer. But that being said, the way he's being booked, he doesn't feel like a main eventer. He feels like a mid-carder with the title. Kind of like when Kofi won it, sadly. I don't know, maybe WWE just don't quite think of Big E as a top guy, which is sad. But I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going with Bobby Lashley because I think he's been put into the match. I just think I can see him walking out with the belt. And maybe they set up him versus Brock at WrestleMania with Lashley having the belt, because that's a dream match. I really want to see Lashley and Brock go at it. So I'm going with Bobby Lashley to walk out of that match with the belt. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So yeah, neither of us are going with Big E. Sorry, Big E.
No, sorry, Big E.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on to the main event. Yes, a match which I'm excited for. Hopefully, it's better than their Crown Jewel match. We'll see. But yes, a rematch from Crown Jewel. Yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. Yes, we have the Tribal Chief at the table. Roman Reigns. There he is. There. My goodness. Look at that. There he is, right there. God, look at that. Look at that.
Watch. Acknowledge me.
Look
That's
at
what he's saying
man.
to you right now. He's saying, Adam, acknowledge me.
My Tribal Chief. I've got.
I love you, my Tribal Chief.
Oh dear me. Okay, so defending the belt, defending it without Paul Heyman, because we'll talk about that. No Paul Heyman, going up against Brock Lesnar. So yes, of course, this is a rematch from Crown Jewel. I think we all knew there was going to be a rematch because the Crown Jewel match ended with Roman cheating, using the belt to beat Brock. So yes, after Survivor Series, Brock came back, beat up Roman, beat up the Usos, was like, I want my rematch. And yeah, I've enjoyed the feud so far, continuing the feud, obviously, because Brock's been wearing like this farmer stuff, he's been cutting his own promos, and he's actually really good, Brock. He's been cutting funny promos and segments with Sami Zayn. I'm enjoying this like anti-hero version of Brock. He's not a heel, but he's not a face either. And I think it's going to be very interesting now. Now Roman Reigns is no longer with Paul Heyman. Superman punched him. And on Smackdown, Paul Heyman said, "This might be the end of my career." But I personally think it's all a big ruse. Like they've pretended to split up to put Brock in a false sense of security. So during the match, Brock's doing those things, suplexes and F5. But then probably when he's about to beat Roman, I think Paul Heyman's going to come out and may look like he's with Brock, and then probably hits a low blow on Brock with the refs not looking, and Roman's like, "Well, welcome back, smart man," or wise man, whatever he calls him. And
welcome back, smart man.
What does he call him? The wise man. You're the wise man.
Wise man, yeah.
He goes, welcome back to the brother. He goes, welcome back, wise. Because don't forget those Bloodline T-shirts. They're like top selling merch, and Paul Heyman's on that T-shirt, so they wouldn't risk breaking up the Bloodline this early. So I think it's all a ruse to. So yeah, my prediction is Roman Reigns retains. He's not dropping. I don't think he's dropping the belt till WrestleMania. I don't think. Claymore. Yeah, so I'm going. So yeah, I think Roman will win, and then Brock maybe goes to Raw to start a feud with maybe Bobby Lashley. We will see. Or maybe Brock gets another match at WrestleMania against Roman, because I've heard they're going to be doing Brock and Roman again at WrestleMania, maybe with Drew in a triple threat, but we'll see. So that's my prediction. Roman retains. Callum, who have you got?
Yeah, Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that the stuff with Paul Heyman, I think, although it makes it look like, Brock Lesnar might be more likely to win, it's probably going to be one of those things where, like you said, maybe if Paul Heyman even comes out with Brock, or comes out in order to try and help, I don't know, because, Brock Lesnar saved him from the rest of the bloodline last week. Maybe they've conversed backstage, and we get the whole coming out as, my name is Paul Heyman, and all stuff again.
My name is Paul Heyman. I can say that.
And then, or maybe it's like, my name, and I am the advocate for, and then just kicks him or something like that. Gives him a load. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like, although Paul Heyman might look like he's out there to help Brock, I think it's going to be, little just plan, little plot, and Roman will retain again.
Yeah. I love the line though. Paul said on SmackDown, "I'm not protecting Brock Lesnar from you. I'm protecting you from Brock Lesnar." Oh! And that's when Roman went, "Yeah, how dare you?" Okay. Yeah, so we're both going with Roman to retain. Yeah. Should be a good match. I hope it's a bit better than the Crown Jewel match, because I was a bit disappointed with the Crown Jewel match. It was too short, and Brock looked really rusty. I know he hadn't wrestled in ages, but he got sweaty really quickly. And like after a few suplexes, he was like, maybe he's just a bit rusty. It's been a while. So
that is just Brock Lesnar, though, isn't it? Generally, I think.
But he did look gassed a lot quicker. Maybe it's just he's just a bit rusty.
He hasn't wrestled for a while. So
yeah. Okay. Well, that is day one. I'm it's looking like a very good show to kick off 2022. Any other matches that you think might happen, Callum? Maybe on Raw or SmackDown?
As far as I know, Sami Zayn won a gauntlet, 15-man gauntlet on Friday night. And I'm fairly certain the Intercontinental Championship was supposed to be defended against Day One, but it's not here on Wikipedia, unless it's not been changed. I could have sworn someone said that at Day One it was going to be Shinsuke versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it definitely was. Hang on, let me just check Instagram. So there is another match which was meant to take place, like Callum just said. Shinsuke defending the IC belt against Sami Zayn, but it's not on the card. Maybe it's going to be on SmackDown. Yeah, because why would you have that on a pay-per-view? Have it on SmackDown.
Why would you possibly have Shinsuke Nakamura actually defend the IC Championship on a pay-per-view?
If that match happens, I'm going with Sami Zayn, because I just think Shinsuke's been given such another forgettable title reign where he's barely defended it. Poor Shinsuke. He's been faffing around with Rick Boogs, which is kind of getting stale now. It's just a fella playing good guitar. Yeah, great. It's just getting a bit stale now. And although when you think about it, Shinsuke and Sami, remember their match from NXT 6 years ago? It was like, or was it 5 years ago? 5 years ago, yeah. It was an amazing match, like one of the best matches in 2016. They tore the house down, and then NXT takeover Dallas, wasn't it, before WrestleMania 32? And here we are 5.5 years later. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably going to go like 8 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go Sami Zayn. I think he deserves it after the whole Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns thing. So yeah, I'm going to go Sami Zayn. Just whatever though. Callum, who have you got?
I'm sure if it is going to be on SmackDown, it's probably going to get about 8 minutes, and that's all. Even if it's just on the pre-show for Day One, it's not even getting there. That's probably going to be some random tag team match with, I don't know, like Natalia and Tamina. But I'm not let's get anymore. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care. Sami Zayn. It's
I
sad
know.
because I should care. I really like Shinsuke, and like I saw. I mean, he's obviously really popular. When I went to the live event in London, a month or two ago, whenever it was, everyone went crazy for Shinsuke and Rick Boogs, but they just don't do anything with him. They just don't. He could do so many things on pay-per-view and have great title defenses, but they just don't do anything. That But I feel like Sami Zayn's actually been getting a lot of sort of. I mean, not cheated because it's supposed to be a heel, but he's people like him with the stuff that he was doing with Brock and Roman and stuff a little bit recently. I feel like he was, fair. Yeah, give him the IC belt back.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. These two, I think he'd be a 3-time IC champion, wouldn't you, Sammy? He won it twice before. But yeah, these two, like I said, these two had a match of the year. I think it was match of the year in 2016. It was an incredible match. And now they're just, Shinsuke's just a forgettable IC champion. Sammy's just this stupid conspiracy theorist heel character. It's like, thanks, Vince. Thank you so much. Yes. So yeah, okay. Well, that is everything.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Okay, so yeah, that has been our day 1 prediction video. So yes, thank you all for watching. We hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Me and Callum certainly did. Yes, thank you all for watching our videos this year, because this will probably be my final video of 2021. So thank you all. It's been another great year for my channel. Thanks to Callum, as always. Thank you to Luke, James, Laura, Liam, who's been a part of my channel this year too. And long may it continue heading into next year.
Happy New Year.
I was like, oh, crap, Callum.
I didn't really know what you were waiting for, but yes, Happy New Year. And also, just to say, I did watch your review of your channel video, and well done for the successes that your channel has received this year. I'm always happy to be a part of it. So, yes, just to echo what Adam said, hope you had a nice Christmas. Happy New Year, everyone, and enjoy day 1. I combine them together. We will see you in 2022.
Yes, so enjoy day 1. I'll be back very early on in January, probably the 1st or 2nd, with my day 1 review. Then I'll be back with Callum, Laura, and Liam for our Royal Rumble prediction video. Yes, that's when it really starts to heat up. The road to WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania 38 begins. So yes, I have to think about that. Yeah, 38. Yeah, 38.
Yeah. Yes. Which one is it?
Okay, thank you guys. Happy New Year. I will see you all in 2022.